most of the questions have been taken from the previous years or previous Accenture exams. When I say previous Accenture exams, it could be of 2023 or 2022. That is very clear. Okay. So you have to write the code. I understand where this question comes from. Code. That is a coding round. And for the pseudocode, you have to choose the options. Like there is a snippet of the code given. We need to find out the output, or we need to find out what is the error in the snippet given, so on and so forth. Okay. So yeah, coming back to the content part, the numerical ability questions. So we would be mostly covering the numerical ability questions and a very few reasoning questions. And these reasoning questions are not visual reasoning questions, but these are going to be the logical reasoning questions. Critical and abstract both are logical reasoning, but I'd say on the whole we would be covering a few logical reasoning questions and a lot of numerical questions. And I want, what do I expect from you? I expect notes in between. I expect you to ask questions as many as possible. You to keep the chat box always animated and have fun when we are learning. That's it from my end. Do you have anything before we start, or shall we start off? Can we start? If you want us to start, I want the chat box to, put the chat box, just drop a few emojis over there, drop some fire emojis, start emojis, or whatever you have, car emojis, bike emojis, whatever you find, whichever you find that symbolizes start. Shall we do that? I just need at least 100 messages in the chat box to start off, just so start. So, okay, a question, sir. How associate, advanced associate differ? I mean, on your work will be very high. The more. Then what do you think? Like, why are they even paying 2 lakhs extra? They'll pay 2 lakh extra only because you work more. I mean, not that much, but yeah, on a fresher level, you work more. That's good. Chat box is now full. That's really good, students. So, so for both same recruitment, yeah, that's what. If you are entering into coding round and if you're clearing coding round, you enter. If you don't clear the coding round, you go back to 4.5. 59 gave me cameras. There is saying start action. So starting it off with the first question on the screen. Yep, the first question on the screen. And talking about speed, don't worry about the speed in the initial questions. Let us would increase like into the groove of it. Second round is not clear. We'll move into associate. Yes, Sanjana. Sorry, I forgot to tell that. So it's like if you clear 4.5 and you enter into the 6.5, like for 6.5, you enter into the coding round. If you clear the coding round, you go for 6.5 lakh package interview. If you don't clear the coding round, you get back to the 4.5 lakh package. Have one or the other possibility. Oh, yes, first round for sure. Or else what? Who's going to consider without first round? Yeah, for associate, you need to. Coding pattern, medium or hard? Is there any chance of getting the question? Understand where these questions come from? Mechanical, right? Well, let's do it. I'll let you know before I end my sessions, because I am not going to take coding. So before I end my reasoning and update questions, I'll let you know. Let's start. Yeah, Ramsa is waiting for us to do the problems, man. Let's start. I don't know 491. I know. 310 comes from mechanical. 3 series comes. Okay, I'm starting with the first question. So, let us talk about the other things the other time. But right now, getting back to the questions. Yes, a trader mixes 26 kg of rice kg with 30 kg of rice, or 30 kg rice of other variety, at rupees 36 per kg, and he sells the mixture at 30 per kg. His profit percentage is what? What is his profit percentage? So, first case, 26 kgs of rice at 20 per kg. What is the total cost? Write it down. Now, this is how we're going to do. 30 kgs of rice, 36 price of 36 value. Cost price will be sum of both of these here. All right. And then he sells the mixture. What is the total weight now? Total weight is 56. Sorry, this is the weight, right? Oh, sorry. Weight is on the left hand side. Price is on the right hand side. Yeah. Total weight is 56 per kg, 56 kgs, and he's selling each of them at 30. So what is the price? What is the price difference? What is the profit and percentage? Come on, give me the numbers. Number one, what is the value here? 520. And next, 1080. Total 1600. Very good. The price 30 into 56. 1780. 1680. Yes. What is the profit here? 80. Now what do you want? 80 as a percent. What percentage is 80 out of 1600? This question has changed. What percentage of 1600? How would you calculate 1600? You can do this. You can do 80 by 1600 into 100. You can do this. You can also, right? So 10% is 16 into 5 would be 80. So what is this? 5%. Okay, 5%. Anyone has a question on this? Did everyone of us understand this one? Did everyone understand this one? Any questions? Anyone? Ram Sai, Pradhaman Gada. All right, chalo. Let's go forward then. Repeat once. Rangashri. Sorry, I'm not able to read the full name. Just give me a minute. Rangashreya. Sorry. Which part? That's why I give the numbers always on the screen. So 1, 2, and 3. Which part was not understood, Shreya? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of the 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, fourth part. I then I was understood. So profit till profit you understood, right? You understood the profit? Yeah, profit is 80 and the cost price is 1600. What do we need? We need profit percentage. So if you go by formulas, it is profit by CP into 100. So it is 80 by 1600 into 100. We need what? Profit percentage, right? Profit is always calculated. Where did 80% come? It's not a percent. 80 is a profit. 1680 profit. Sorry, guys. I did not write 80% anywhere. This one. And what percentage 80 out of 16? Where did this come from? You're asking. 310. Is this one you're asking? From where does 80% come from? The 80% cause I'm saying, I'm asking you to find out what is 80 out of 1600 as a percentage. What percent is 80 out of 1600? It is not what is 80%. It is what percentage is 80 out of 1600. 1600 lo 80 enta percentage. That is what I'm asking. Okay. 80 out of 1600 enta percentage. Percent to 100 kada. Alaganmat. 5%. Shreya, now on 310. If I remember what I do I remember your name once 310? I think you wrote it down the last time. Naveen or something? Chari. Yeah, Chari. Okay. And then so this is it. Understood now, Chari? చెప్తా ఒకసారి నో ప్రాబ్లం నాకేం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు yeah far so good. This is the first question, and wherever the calculations are there, like calculations as such, wherever we have the calculations, I would leave it to you. I want you to do the calculations. Please do not use any aids, do not use any calculators or anything. Always try and do it with pen and paper. Okay, the next question on screens. In a certain store, the profit is 320%. If the cost increases by 25%, it's constant. Approximately what percentage of the selling price is the profit? The question is good. The question sounds good. In a certain store, the profit is 320%. So in a certain store, the store 20%. So I would say, let us take the cost of that product was 100 rupees. And he's saying the profit is 320%, right? So if the profit is 320%, 320% of 100 is 320. So the on this would become 420, right? This is first point. Second point. Now, what does he say? If the cost increases by 25%. So if this one, he's saying this one, 25%. If that increases by 25%, what would be the cost price become? Price becomes 125. Now, what is he saying? The selling price remains constant. It is still sold at 420 only. Now he's saying what at approximately what percentage of the selling price is the profit? Approximately what percentage of the selling price? Um, Now, how much is the profit here then? In this case, it is 295. Yes, it's 295. Now, what is he asking us? What is 295 out of 420 percentage? This is the question. The last statement, approximately what percentage of the selling price is the profit? Usually, what do? Whenever we want the profit percentage, we calculate it according to the cost price, right? But here the question clearly suggests us to calculate it approximately in accordance with the selling price. Here, if you observe, usually మనకి profit percentage అడిగినప్పుడు what do? We always match the profit percentage to the cost price. But in this mentions it to be the do it with the selling price. So 295 by 420 into 100. That is a percentage of profit based on the selling price. Yeah, I was trying to frame my words. 295 by 4 are 70, 70. Just let me. Where's the fastest fingers first then? Okay, 706. Naveen 6E. Very good. So it's really good. You people are you doing? Are you still doing it? Do you need some help? Repeat something. Point number 1, 2, or 3. Anyone? Point number 2, 436. Okay. So here the question says, if the cost increases by 25%, ఇది ఒక పాయింట్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. If the cost increases by 25%, but the selling price remains constant. అంటే ఏంటి? ఇప్పుడు మనం కాస్ట్ ని like what we assumed was the cost to be 100. So if the cost increases by, now the cost becomes 125, but the selling price remains same is what he's telling us. He's giving us that the selling price remains same and the cost price has increased. The profit would reduce then, change obviously. How much did the profit reduce now? Price minus cost price, right? Be 420 minus 125. So this is 295. 436. ఇక్కడ వరకు clear? Are we clear so far? Yes? No? Yeah. What the profit in the second case? So what does the question say? Approximately what percentage of the selling price is the profit? So what percent of the selling price is the profit అంటే ఏంటి? You would simply say selling price. What percent of selling price is profit? దీనిది మనం కనుక్కుంటాం. Like this is the percentage that we are. I hope that should be clear. 436. I'll go back to the question from 7. So 7B8, repeat first point once. 436 నీకు అర్థం up there, or else I'll repeat it once more for you. Step number 2. But for now, 7B8, step number 1, I'll tell you one thing. See, whenever the questions come in such a way, right? The simplest form of be taking approximating the value to a closest zero. The closest zero that I felt here that would help us is 100. Why 100? The question says in a certain, so the percent of the cost. Profit is 320, cost to be 100. The profit is 320 of 100 is however 320 only. Again, kada. So cost price will give you the selling price. Yeah. Profit with the selling price. That is the reason I considered 100 here. So when you assume 100 and increase it by 320%, you get the selling price to be 420. The profit is 320. Step 1 clear? 2 and 3 clear? 7B8 clear for you? Yeah. All right then. So with that note, I'll complete this question and I'm going on to the next question. The next one. Why, man? There are a lot of people leaving and joining, leaving and joining repeatedly. It is literate. Sanjana, screenshots not needed. You will get the recordings, however. So please wait. Concentrate on the question now. In a country, 55% population is female, 80% of the male population is literate. How much females? How much females are literate if total literacy is? The question here is really important. I mean, the words framed in the question is really important. Why I'm saying really important is when it says how much females are literate, it is 58%. You will get one type of an answer. If I write how many females are literate if total literacy rate is 58%, you will get completely different answer. Let us do both. Let us juggle with the words. Let us do both cases. Okay. Let us say population is 100, out of which 55 are female, so 45 are male, and 80% of the male population. 80% of the male population is literate. 80% of 40.5 into 8. 4.5 into 8, that is 32 plus 3, that is 35. 35 people out of 45 male are already literate. The total okay. So how many people, how many female are left? Female, 23 female literate now. 23 female are literate, 35 men are literate. If the question says now the question says how much females are literate is 58%. Then what does that mean? You need to find out what is the percent 55. This is 36. Okay, sorry. This is if this is 36, this will be 20. Sorry for that. Yeah, 0.5 into 8 is 4, right? Okay. So this will be 22. So when he says how much females are literate, if literacy total literacy is 58%, it is not 22 percentage. This is how many. How many females are literate? 22 females are literate. But how much females are literate? It is 22 out of 55 females. Okay. Or if I have to give you one like a bit more emphasizing on the question, I would do one thing. I would say I would change the question as how much stage are literate. If I write on the screen, then it will give you much more clarity. Now the question is clear. What's the female that is literate into 100? Now how much is that? 40%. You see, I mean, how drastically the answer changes according to just one word here. Only with one word, that is how the question changes. That is how your answers change. So always make sure before even concluding your answer, always make sure you have read the exact words that are mentioned in the question. I'll repeat it once, Sanjana. I'll obviously repeat that once. So number them and then repeat them so that the people who ask me a question the next time, they will have it understood properly. Okay. Now there are 4 steps in this. Okay. Let us consider that total population is 100, out of which 55 are female, 45 are male. Now it says 80% of the male population is literate. We are considering 80%. 80% of 45. Yes, two ways you can do. 45 by what? 45 by 80? No, 80 by, sorry, 80 by 45. You can consider it in this way, but I would suggest always like do it in this way. 10% of 45 is into 8 will give you 80%. Okay. So that is 36 here. 36 men are literate. Till here is clear. Let me also give this a number. Till here it is clear. Yeah. So men out of 45 are already literate, and the total literacy rate as per the question is 58%. So 58% out of 100 is 58 people itself. So out of 58 people, there are 36 male and the remaining are female. That is 22. Step number 3. Okay. Step number 3. The question clearly states how much females are literate if total literacy rate is 58%. When it says how much it is, how always goes corresponds to the percentage there. How much? That's why I wanted to make that clearly how of females that should be understood in that way. How much percentage of females are literate if total literacy rate is 58%? So what do we need to find out? The step number 4. What do we need to find out? What if so 22 by 55 into 100? That is what we are trying to find out. Yes, very good. 60. 40% is the right answer. Now all steps clear. Everyone, Sanjana, still you have a question? No, fine. Moving on to the next question. Guys, don't hesitate to stop me whenever you please do. The next one. Next one. 8. We take 58. Okay, I'll go back to the previous one, Tarun, but Prastanki, let's solve this and then go back. I'll go back. Ratio of milk and water is 2:1. To be 1:2, then the quantity of water to be further added is what? Yeah. Just get. So in a mixture of 60 liters, the ratio of milk and water is 1, sorry, is 2. When it says 2:1, what are the actual values here? I mean, values will be 40 and 20. Now, what is he saying? If this ratio is to be 1:2, now he's saying the ratio should not be 2:1, but it should be 1:2. Add to make this into 1:2, it's like the milk content is not being milk content is still staying the same. And to make it into 1:2, if this is one part, two parts would be 80 here. So what is the difference here? 20, 60 liters. So how much water needs to be added? How many liters of water needs to be added? 6 liters of water needs to be added. Very good, very good. That's the participation I was looking forward for. Very good, students. I was the first one to answer. Naveen, would you mind checking your answer? 7F6, 6A0. Oh, 6E0 again. Oh, 6E0, this time a different answer again. 757F6, Ramsai. Ramsai, ఒకసారి check చేసుకో. The rest of you all. Very good. 7E0 now. Yep, very good, Sairam. So clear this one? Now going back to the previous question on a doubt from Mr. Tarun. Tarun, Tarun, clear? Is there something that we? Yes, Tarun. Is it clear enough, or is it, your question was like Tarun's question is why? Okay, clear. Huh? Fine. Okay. Shouldn't we consider 22 by 50? Because ring how much of females according, I mean, out of total 58% is not what we wanted. We wanted for the total pop. That's why. Next question on the screens. Question number 5 on screens, everyone. The average weight of 8% increases by 2.5 kg when a new person comes in place of one of them weighing 65 kg. What might be the weight of the new person? Averages. Okay. Let me read that question for you once again. The average weight of 8% increases by 2.5 kg when a new person comes in place of one of them weighing 65 kg. Let's go back 540. Let me complete this and then go back. When the flow would again mess off. That's why. 8% increase of 2.5 kg. New person comes in place of weighing 65 kg. What might be the weight of the new person here? 780 says 85. 706 says 85. What is the average? Some of the observation, general definition here, some of the observations by number of observations. This is the average. What does he say? Out of the total sum, I mean, this was something, this was total out of whatever the sum was there, that person with 65 kg has gone out, and a new person with some other weight has come, and the total number of observations is still remaining the same, but the average has increased by 2.5. This is what the whole question means. Yes. Now, what do you need to find out? You need to find out the new person. Yep. So how can total number of observations is given as 8. Okay. How can you find out the sum of the observations? This one into 8. Okay. I think you should be able to do this one, but you want me to step in, or I mean, answers are already falling in. The weight is 85, 85, 85. Really good. Names, yeah. There are two, is it? Is it only one? It's only one. Yeah, same roll numbers. Okay. You can solve the equation on this in the box there. I think you can just do it with the equation on the screen. Or just thinking 8, 2.5, that is 20. One more thing you can do is, like, yeah, you just solve it with this thing, with this method here. I'll tell you one small observation that you can make. If you see the total number of people is 8 and the weight increased by 2.5 kg, average weight increased by 2.5 kg. If average weight increased by 2.5 kg per 8 people, so what is the total weight that increased? The total weight that increased was 8 into 2.5. That is how much? 20. Total weight increased was 20. Who is the person who just went away? I mean, what is the weight of the person who just left here? 65. The person with the weight 65 has left, but that overall weight increased by 20. So what would be the weight of the new person here? 65 plus 20, 85. I mean, yes, the equation would always help. You can take an X there, you can take a Y there, you solve it, it will always help. But just think about this. Think about this as an observation, not as some trick or tip or something, just as an observation. 8 persons, 2.5 kg increased. That means 20 kg overall increased. And 65, the weight of this person 65, the person with the weight of 65 has left. So even after he left, the 20, it increased by 20 kg. That means the new person who comes in must weigh 20 more than the person who left. Okay, so it is 85. All right, is this clear? Everyone understood this one? Yeah, 540, I'm going back. Is this one clear with everyone? So 85 is the right answer. Very good. 540, previous question. Yeah, is there a doubt or something? Or do you want to take a screenshot of this one? What are you looking for? 540 screenshot. Okay. I told you, right? You will get the recordings, you'll get the questions, you will get the tests from like 1 or 2 days from now onwards. ఇవే questions ఉండొచ్చు mostly, or ఇలాంటి questions ఉండొచ్చు mostly. So you need not worry about that. You need not worry about taking screenshots, people. I'll help you with the questions later on. Don't worry. Is someone talking there? 310. 310. Just a second. Please look at the question on the screen once. I'll just get back to you. Okay. Guys, did you get any message in your WhatsApp groups? Oh, you got it? Very good. What's the time now? 10. You all got a mail also? Let us solve this one and then talk about this. Sorry for bringing that topic up in between without any context. Sorry, I'll just solve this and then we'll talk about that. Fine. The question says the following pie charts show the distribution. Someone raised a hand. Following pie charts show the distribution of students of graduate and postgraduate levels in 7 different institutes in a town. Okay, the total number of students of graduate level is 27,300. Total number of students of postgraduate is 24,700. Fine. What does the question say? What is the total number of graduate and postgraduate level students in Institute R? Institute R, it is 17% here, and Institute R is 14% here. So what does he need? He needs 17% of 27,300 plus 14% of 24,700. So it all depends on how you see the question. I mean, sorry, how you see the pie chart, your visual aid, and how you calculate these things, because it is not these percentages are not very, I should say, like 20%, 25%. These you can easily do it with the fractions, or you can easily calculate them somehow, but 17, 14 or 37.5 or 17.5 or some kind of percentages which take a lot of time from us. So how do we do it? Yeah, you might get the answers, but how do we do it quickly? So 27,300, let us consider this one. We need how much? 17% of this one, right? So we can write 17% in 3 parts. We can say it is 10 plus 5 plus 2. It is 10 plus 5 plus 2. What is 10% of 27,300? 10% is 2,730. Okay, so this is 2,730. What is 5%? Half of 10%. So half of this 2730 by 2. It will be how much? 1365. What is 2%? 10% is 2,730. 1% is 273. 2% will be how much? 546. Is it 546? 270, 270, 540. Yeah, 546. Add these three, you will get 17%. 2,700 plus 1,300 is 4,000, and 4,095. 4,095 plus 500 is 4,595, and it would be somewhere close to 4,634 or 24. 34 or 24. Just check this once. And then you have 14%. You can you can do it with the same way, 24,700. Give me this value. What is the value of this one? 17% of this one. You can do it in terms of 10% plus 4% simply, or 10% is 24,000, 2,470. 1% is 247. 4647, is it? 4647. Would you get 7? I doubt you get 7 on the units place. Can you please check that once? Yeah, you get 1 on the units place. 5 plus 6, 1. That is fine. So 4641. Okay. Yeah, I'm going back. 6E7. 6E7. I'm doing this one. So I'm just calculating the 17% of 27,300. I'm writing 17% as 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2. So 10% is like you can always eliminate the last unit digit. I mean the unit digit to get the 10% of any number. So this I have eliminated to get the 10%. And if you have the 10%, half of this will be 5%, right? So I just halved it here. And 2% is like 10% than 30. If I eliminate the last unit digit, I'd get 1%. I'll get 1%. So 1%, I double it here, 1 into 2. So I just multiplied this into 2, I got this one. So I've added all these three, I got 4641. Similarly, I'm doing it for here. 247 into 4, 200 into 4 is 800. What happened? What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
601. Wait, I removed the option. Don't worry. Here, 2470 and 4% is like 200 into 4 is 800, 400 into 4 is 1600, 9, and it would be 988. Percent would be. How will you calculate that? 1% is 247. 1% is 247 into 4 I need. So what I did 200 into 4, and then I did 40 into 4, then I did 7 into 4. If you're good at calculation, if you're good at multiplying this straight away without using pen and paper, please go ahead and do it. Else, I would prefer doing it in this way. Okay, I would prefer doing it in this way because it doesn't take a lot of pen and paper for me, but what it takes is I just have to think about it. Okay, so the total sum is 3458. Thanks for that. 540, right? Add these two up, you'll get the value. 4,000, 3,000, 7,000, 600, 400 is 1,000. So it is somewhere close to and greater than 8,000. Close to and greater than 8,000 is 8,099. Done. or I can only check the unit digit. 1 plus 8 is 9, unit digit is 9. Where else do I have unit digit 9? I don't have it in this. I don't have it in this. I don't have it in this. I only have it in this. Done. Okay, so students, small update. We will 69. Okay, just give me a minute. A small update. We will stop the training by 10:25. Just a second. I'm just talking to Ahmed Alisa. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah, fine. So thing is, we can take a break at 10:25, and we would get back by 1 o'clock after your that test. No, don't leave now. It is 10:25. I'll explain this one and next one, and then we'll do the next one. Okay. I mean, I'll explain this and two more questions, and then we will leave. 5:40. You can do one thing. Can you drop that message to everyone, not just the host? Your right now your settings are that you only text to host. You can change it, I guess, in the chat box. Please change it and do it. And 6D8. Sorry, who was that? 69. 60. Shall we repeat this one once? Question 69. Can I know your name, please? I mean, I don't like calling it out numbers, but if you can just post your name there, I mean, I'm obviously continuing here. So yeah, what do we have? What should we do? First thing is we have to find out what is 17% of 27,300 and 14% of 24,700, and then add them both to get the actual value of here. Okay, this question is whole about that calculation and visual part here. Like how would you locate these things? Now, what are we doing to calculate 17% of 27,300? The usual way that is prescribed in usual percentages part is like 27,300 into 100. If you do this, you would get the value of 17%. But would you want to do it in this way? You're okay to do it in that. Did I write something wrong there? Ah, sorry, I shouldn't do this. I should do 27,300 into 17 by 100, something like this. So 273 into 17, you can do it in, or even for the same, even same for this 247 into 14. You can do it in this way and find it out. Okay with that. So find out the percentages, add them both, you will get the value. Or what you can do is you can find out the percentage using this. I'm not prescribing. Uh, Wait, Sanjana. Okay, I'll get back to you. You can always calculate in this way. You can always multiply 69. I think you're following. I hope you're following. You can always calculate it in this way. But I'm saying instead of like just in case the numbers are not in this way, if you don't have zeros at the end, if you don't have trailing zeros at the end, what would you do? Like you cannot sit and numbers, right? So what do? We always divide these percentage values in terms of in smaller bits. Like in this case that for this number 17, I have done 10 plus 5 plus 2. So what I have done, I have first found out what is 10% of 27,300. How will you find out what is 10% of 27,300? Always remove the last zero to get 10%. Okay, out of 100%. So 10% is 2,000. So half of 10% is 5, obviously. Half of 10% is 5. So half of this would be equal to 5%. Half of this 10 2,730, half is 1,365. And how will you calculate 2%? You can multiply it with 2 to get the 2%. 10 by 5 to get 2%. So if I divide 10 by 5, I should divide 2730 by 5. If you get 546 here. 69, are we clear with this? 69, you there? Are we clear with this so far? Did we understand this one? Yes, did we? Calculations on the screen might look very clumsy, but I hope when you do it on paper, it is much cleaner there. Is it? Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, now going back to this one. Yes, Sanjana, what was your question here? Female percentage part, so because they said 55% are females will be unchanged, right? Only change male percentage. 55% of population is female. 55% of female is not literate. 55% of population is female. Why would you change something else? Was that your question? Was that your question, Sanjana? 55% of the total population is female, he said. He did not give us the literacy rate of female. So what we did, we found out the literacy rate of female. It is 40%. Okay? Are we clear? Let us do one thing. I'll take it with you at the end of the session. I mean, at 10:20, we will do it. Okay. One more question with the same pie chart uh, before we dilute the calculation part there. So let me just continue with the one more question on the same pie chart there. So another question on pie chart: what is the ratio between the number of students studying postgraduate level from Institute S to the number of students studying graduate level from Institute Q? So what do we have? What do we have? Okay. Postgraduate from S is how much? 21%. So what do you want? 21% of 24,700. He wants what ratio, right? Ratio. I'll just write fraction format. Number of students studying graduate level from Q. Graduate is this Q, 13%. So 13% of 27,300. So you can do it in multiple ways. What you can simply 1 into 247 divide by 13 into 273. You can do it in this way. Just see this. Okay, Sanjana, fine. Yeah. Solve this one. Just see what or how can you do this one. This is like 21 into 3, 13 here, and here 13 and 19. What is the value? 19 is to 13. Anyone else with the same answer or any different answers? Gnaneshwar? Ganesh- Did I read your name for the first time in the chat box? Welcome to the chat box. I mean, maybe I was not able to get speed of this chat box, but yeah, welcome to the chat box, and that is the answer. See, in this 69 previous question that you asked about the calculation part, if you observe in these two questions, when it was asking us about the ratio, in the 700, we did not want it to. We nowhere wanted to find out that. What did we do? We just took the value as it is, because how will we calculate 21% of 24,700? It is like 24,700 into 21 by 100, right? So what do? We just take it in this way. We say 247 into 21. This is the value, and here it would be same again, 273 into 13. If you have zeros, you can simply cancel them and multiply with the percentage value there. So what did we do? We did it in that way. And then, so once you have this fraction, or once you have that ratio, it would become easier for us to calculate. Very good, Sakshi Sinha. 69, you're with me on this? Did we understand this one? Good, Ramsai. Very good. So, any more answers? Any- maybe. All right, fine. Chalo then. Just on this, I guess this would this will be one more question on this, and then we can take a break. The distribution of students of graduate and post. Only the question has changed. What is the ratio between the number of students studying at post from Institute S? So we need postgraduate to graduate ratio from Institute S. Same again, 21 into 247, 13 into 273. So this is 21 into 13 here, 13 into 19. So 19 is to 14. See how easy the calculations become now. 491. Yeah, I would definitely repeat 491, or else you can just consider this one. Rendu same. Both of them are absolutely same. Just absolutely same. Rest of everything is same. Very similar, I should say, not same, but similar. 491. Okay, I'll maybe I'll frame a question. Is the question that why are we taking 21 into 247, 14 into 273? Is that the question? 491. How how shall I simplify that? Clear? Oh, is it clear? Fine. I'll just repeat it once again, just for those people who are not able to ask me. So thing is, to find out 21% of 2000 24,700, the usual calculations go as follows. It goes as 24,700 into 21 by 100. So what you do usually, you cancel those zeros, right? So it would obviously come down to 247 into 21. Okay. Understanding this in a different way. I'll use another ink to make it much more clearer for everyone. Understanding it in another way. So I'll just give you a analogy here. Okay. Give me the answers when I ask you a few questions here. 100. What is 20% of 100? What is 20% of 100? Obviously 20. What is 30% of 100? 100 obviously. I mean 30 obviously. What is 33.33% of 100? Same. 33.33 obviously. How are we saying that it is 33.33? Because out of this 100, let us understand it in very clear way. I'll write it in the center of the page. I'll write it here. Let me make some space for that. Yeah, I wrote 33.33% of 100. One way is that, okay, what do? You do the calculation this way. 100 into 33.33 by 100. So 100 cancel. So 33.33. That's the value. That is one way of looking at it. There's nothing wrong. The other way of looking at it. What is 1% of 100? What is 1% of 100? 1 obviously. Yeah, 1 obviously. So 33.33% means what? 33.33 into 1% of whatever. I mean, into 1% of the number that we're considering. 1% here is 1 itself. So 33.33 into 1 will give you the value of that percentage. This is in case of 100. Now let us take in the case of 27,900 and something. Okay. What will be 10% of, okay, not 10%. Let me say what will be, again, same. What will be 33.33 percentage of this? What will be 33? 6. 1% is 746. So 27946 into 30. This one. Are you following? 21. Others too. 708. Everyone. Is everyone following me on the screen here? Whatever I'm writing? Please understand, whenever it asks you about the percentages, take 1% of whatever the number, and multiply with the value of the percentage that you need. Like in this case, 1% of 24,700 was 247. What did I need? I need what did I what I needed? I needed 21% of it. So 21% into 21 into 1% of it. 1% is 247. That's why. Yeah, that you can do. 477. See, I'll write down a few fractions and percentages here. Okay, starting off with 10%. Let's just start off with not even 10%. Let's start off with 5%. 5% is 1 by 20. 6. Don't talk about 6 now. So 10% is 1 by 10. 20%, 1 by 5. 25, 1 by 4. You obviously know this. 33.33, 1 by 3, so on and so forth. This is like percentages to fractions. Fractions to percentage, you know. 1 by 2, 50. 1 by 3 is 33.3. 1 by 4 is 25. 1 by 5 is 20. 1 by 6 is 16.66. 1 by 7 is 14.28. 1 by 8 is 12.5. 1 by 9 is 11.11, like 11.11. 1 by 10, you know what it is. 1 by 11 would be 9.99. 1 by 12 will be again, it would be what? 8 point, no, sorry. Yeah, it would be 8.25, so on and so forth. So always have a map in your head from fractions to percentages, from percentages to fractions. It will always help us. You will see more and more applications of these in the coming questions. Uh, okay, 404. What happened? Okay, I hope this is understood. Can I say there was some learning from this question? Can I write down here? So from now onwards, what we do is wherever we find or we feel that we have learned something new, let us write it on that slide as learning and drop down a star mark. Did we learn something new on this page? On this particular slide? Say yes, no, maybe. Drop an emoji in the chat box. It will help me. Yeah, did we? Yes, we did. Very good. So on that note, right now, what we do is the time is 10:25, and as prescribed by Ahmad Ali sir in the WhatsApp groups that you have all. Just a second, let me again cross check that before I give you anything. Yeah, we are taking a pause right now at 10:25. Wait, one more minute, and we will get back by 1 p.m. sharp. Is that fine with everyone after your lunch? Yes. Great. So leave the meeting now, attend the pre-placement connect, ask your questions, whatever the had on the process and all, ask them the same questions. Do not leave them out without asking questions. So as many questions as possible. It is online, so you need not show your face. You can drop a text there also, but don't do as you're doing right now in this chat box. They'll not agree to all this you put down. So just talk to them professionally, keep it very professional, ask them all the questions that you have, and let us meet back at 1 p.m. sharp. All right. So I'll just pause my screen. Let's pause my screen. Where is this? Yeah. You can leave at 1 p.m. sharp. Have a nice meal.